Virginians, that we as mountaineers can embrace the future and don't simply look toward the past for answers. I know that this state can move forward and can do so if it does have good representation in Washington and understands what this state has done and what this state has given to our great United States. West Virginia has sacrificed her mountains to give this country coal, and she has relinquished her forests to give this country timber. And every day we risk the lives of both our sons and daughters, whether it be the local mines or the foreign battlefields, so that this country can move forward. I believe that the United States owes West Virginia a great debt. And I intend to go to Washington, D.C. to call on that debt. This can't be done by someone who is bought, sold, and paid for like our current representation. It has to come from someone who is working for the will of the people. So I ask you, yes, I have served before, and I ask that I can serve you again as a public servant and not a politician. My name is Matt Desch. I'm running for the United States Congress. May God bless America. God bless West Virginia. May Mountaineers always be free. Thank you, dear God.
As a pilot, I appreciate your Chuck Yeager reference. My name is Joshua Nelson. I'm 29. I live here. And I get a question a lot asked, why do you want to run for county commissioner? I spent 4 years of my life as a legislator, chaired the House Committee on Veteran Affairs, and we got a lot of great things done. Like most people my age, the threat of having to leave home is there every single day. My family came here after the American Revolution, literally. John Cook and his war buddy, Ralph Stewart, moved into Oceana after the war and founded Oceana and what's known as southern West Virginia, and we've been here ever since. And like you, I don't want to leave home. I don't want my kids leaving home. I'd love to stay here and raise a family right here. But if we continue operating the way that we have for the past 100 years, and let's all be clear, we know that there's a good old boy system around here. If we keep doing that, we're going to keep being last place. We're going to keep failing. I do have some notes because I want to make sure I hit everything. In the beginning, I said that I look at this as a job interview. And to tell you, just to hit home the points of my resume, this past year, the West Virginia State Journal picked me as one of the top 40 people under 40 years old in business and leadership in the state of West Virginia. I'm finishing my master's degree. I'll be done in 5 weeks with the Master's in Business Administration. I own a couple businesses. I know how to market them. One of my companies has been featured all over the country as a model for other veterans to get into the apiary business. I'm actually the only person that has a plan. I published it at www.joshuanelsonwv.com. It's a real plan. It goes into determining where our money's went with an audit, determining our return on investment, creating a mission and vision statement for the county, creating a citizens action group to see that we form the strategies that are necessary to move our county forward. After that, we start to focus on our areas that we need to in niche manufacturing and industry, and tourism, and all the other areas that we can capitalize on that this area has to offer. As you can see, there's an empty seat where the person that's running against me should be. I'm here to answer the questions. I'm here to put a real plan forward for you to read. I'm the only person that's done that. I don't need a retirement job. I'm a commercial rated pilot. The airlines are hiring every day. But I want to stay here and I want to fix it because I'm an organizational leader that can do it. I don't want to see my grandparents and my cousins and everybody else that lives here have to suffer any longer. And I would think it would be quite selfish of me to have these skills and not at least offer them to the public to help you with them. I'm going to close and I'm going to say one thing. For years and years and years, our elections, our local elections have been about who knows who's in the club. I'm not. I'm not in the club. I never have been. This is a critical election. This is not your run-of-the-mill election. We're at a turning point in our county. When you go to vote, take my resume. Take my resume and stack it up against my opponents. And then tell me who you want to run the organization. I'm very honored and humbled to receive the nominee. It's been an honor for the past 4 years to represent such wonderful people and to work hard every day to do that. I look forward to continuing to do that. I hope you'll vote for me. Go to my website, joshuanelsonwv.com. Read my plan, Blueprint for Recovery. The only plan is presented. God bless you guys. Take care.
Hi everyone, I'm your candidate for state treasurer. And I think it's time that we look at the way we've been doing things for the past 83 years. We've had the same treasurer in office for the past 20 years. We have a $350 million budget deficit that we're going into. And a lot of that has to do with our leadership. This is probably the most important race of my lifetime. I'm 52 years old. I think it's time that we really make an educated choice and take our ballots, Google people, pay attention to what our choices are. You know, it's an honor and a privilege to get to vote. Everyone doesn't get that opportunity. And it's not something I take lightly. I really appreciate y'all coming out tonight. I know that you're all like all of us. We've got soccer and multiple competing priorities. And to take the time to come out tonight is, I think that's a great thing that y'all did that. I'd like to tell you I am pro-life. I am pro-gun. I had a concealed carry when we still needed it. I'm pro-coal, and I'm pro-West Virginia. And I think it's time that we have someone have a fresh set of eyes, look at the way that we're doing things, and make some different choices than we have in the past. We have about 12 days left before the election. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm all over the state if you're interested. And you can also check me out on AnnUrling.com. That's ANNURLING. I mentioned West Virginia Public Radio had done an interview with me and the incumbent. You can find that on the West Virginia Radio website. You can find that on my Facebook page. And West Virginia Executive also did an interview with all three candidates for state office. And they did a really good interview on all the Board of Public Works candidates. So if you're interested in that, that would be a good resource for you. Thank you for coming out tonight. I appreciate it.
Last in, last out, I guess, So my name's J.B. McCuskey. I'm running for state auditor, and I got to tell you, a statewide campaign is it's not easy. I'm getting dog tired, but I'm really energized to be here this evening, and I'll be very quick because I'm sure you guys want to get home and see your family as badly as I do. I got into this because I believe our people in this state have value. I believe what they do has value. I don't believe the people who don't live here see us that way. And I've traveled to basically every of the 55 counties in this state, and I can tell you we live in an amazing place. We really do. The people in this state are absolutely unbelievable. And we just need people who value them and who are willing to protect our values from people who don't value us. Period, end of discussion. They don't value what we do. They don't value who we are. But we have value and we deserve that protection. And as your auditor, it would be my great honor to value your tax dollars that way. And I would truly appreciate each one of you considering me when you go vote next Tuesday. I'm going to wrap it up there because it's getting late. I think my wife would like to see me at some point in the next 2 weeks. So thank you guys very much, and I appreciate the opportunity.
This concludes our Boone County Town Hall meeting. Let's give our candidates a nice round of applause for the votes this week. And we would like to thank you, the audience, who came out and took time in your busy schedule to ask these questions of these candidates. Again, this concludes our meeting. Thank each and every one of you for attending, and have a safe trip home. Thank you and good night.